Hello, welcome to the Celtic Druid, and we are doing this spontaneously, even though I've compiled a few notes, and it's the end of 2023. It's the 31st of December today. It's coming up 20 to 6 in the evening. My mum rung. We wished each other both a very happy new year. I'm with my son Adam, and he's got to show his face because
No.
he's a typical. I hope I didn't frighten you all.
That's why I'm bloody wearing it.
Without further ado, we're going to review this year briefly. We're not going to sort of like say, well, at the start of the year, in January this year, I've had a few drinks. Happy New Year to all of you.
He's drunk.
Yes. I've had a few gins that Nicola didn't like. The love of my life over there was, anyway, from the start of the year, January, a decline in the severity of COVID-19, which I agree, it hasn't been so much in your faces. What do you think, Adam? I've had all my jabs. What about you?
Leave my bloody mask alone.
Why didn't you take it off?
Because I look better with it.
Have you had all your jabs this year?
Don't know.
So anyway, on the 5th of January, we had the funeral of Pope Benedict XVI at the St. Peter's Square in the Vatican City, which is in Rome, isn't it, Adam? You should know.
It's in Italy.
Italy. There you are. This boy of mine knows more than I do. Of course, Pope
Rome is in Italy as well.
Rome.
Rome.
Right. Pope Benedict died, I think, on the 1st of January or the 31st of...
You wrote it down and I can't remember.
No, all I got is 8th of January, no, the 5th of January, funeral of Pope Benedict XVI at St. Peter's Square in Vatican City. So he was, anyway. And on the 8th of January, the post office stamps featuring the royal cipher of King Charles III, who became king last year, but officially was king this year. Crowned this year with Camilla. On the 10th of January, Prince Harry's controversial memoir, Spare, is released. And I remember seeing that on the shelves in the bookshops in here. On the 11th of January, my son's birthday, who had to remind me earlier on today, that it was his birthday. I can't forget my son's birthday.
Why didn't you write it down?
My only son. But I just do it off spontaneously by ear. Is 19 today, of course, but that's already on YouTube, so I didn't have to mention it today.
19 today, what are you on about?
11th of January, you were 19.
Yeah.
So on the 10th of the 12th of January, we had heavy rain and strong winds, which caused floods and travel and disruptions in parts of the UK. Now, obviously, a lot of people you will know that because I travel by train from Wales to Dorset and back to Poole in Dorset, and it affected me because I had to get a coach, which I found a terrible drag because it takes longer because you get stuck in traffic jams, and in parts of the UK, in Scotland and Wales and everything. You might remember it going back in January. So on the 18th of January, the BBC News reports that the Church of England will not give, they are back into charge in teaching that would allow the same-sex marriages. Well, we live in a modern society, so that's a difficult one. So I'll just raise a glass to you all, everyone. You should say their own. Love to everyone. What do you think, Adam? Same-sex marriages? Because on the 20th of January, the C of E, Church of England, issues an apology for their time that they rejected the LGBT people. What do you think? Because you know what I said about it. It's to apologise to them is like saying the Bible is wrong. But we all know that Leviticus is in the Old Testament. But that's a bit controversial, isn't it? So we won't go there. On the 22nd of January, Nicola Sturgeon confirms that Isla Bryson, a trans woman, was convicted of rape to be moved to a woman's prison. But this Isla Bryson was a trans woman, but she was male before she committed the acts of rape. Another controversial one. Quite a serious subject. but she had to go to a women's prison. What do you think? Because she was a man first, and people rejected it and was against it because the person was a man first. What do you think?
I don't know, because I'm not drowned, am I?
Okay, on the 27th of January, the day after, Nicola Bulley goes missing when walking her dog beside the River Wye. Now, obviously, that was all over the news in January. Yeah, that's right. And on the 3rd of February, even though you wasn't born and I was only a child myself, the singer Gary Glitter is released from prison after serving 16 years of jail term. Now, what do you know about Gary Glitter?
If I say anything, you're going to tell me off.
No, I won't. Don't, no, without swear words.
Exactly.
Exactly. Well, you're the perv. You
then.
as a perv, I knew him as a 70s glam rocker, everyone, and some of you too as well, of a certain age. Glam rock, high platform boots. But we had some of his records, and I like some of his songs, and some of his songs are a bit naff. But yeah, he had to go to prison. We never knew what he was like, so...
I was back in it.
He is, yeah. On the 8th of February, Royal Mail stamps designed with new King Charles III head, with which was available on April the 4th. And on the 15th of February, Nicola Sturgeon announced her resignation as First Minister of Scotland. So this is the review of 2023. Some of you remember that. I certainly remember it on the news. On the 20th of February, Lancashire Police confirmed the body in the river is that of Nicola Bulley, which was found the day before, which some of you remember, which is a terrible tragedy for her family and stuff. And on the same day, PM, the Prime Minister Sunak criticises the rewriting of Roald Dahl's books after being updated, removing references to fat people considered offensive. Well, you are fat, so we'll say nothing about that. But the world has gone mad. Everything's so woke these days. Do you know what I mean? It's just you don't do that. What's the world come to? Do you know what I mean? But I'll raise a glass to you all.
For what?
For their opinions, they're entitled to it. On the 28th of February, the Royal Mail issued a final special set of stamps of the late Queen Elizabeth to mark the centenary of the Flying Scotsman. Now, you remember, you and I went to Swanage to see the Flying Scotsman, didn't we?
The Swearing Scotsman?
The Flying Scotsman. Don't laugh at me, buddy.
He's swearing his words.
I've had a few drinks, although I'm not alcohol dependent, but it is New Year's Eve.
There he goes again. We'll never see.
What do you think of this year, Adam, so far?
Sorry.
It's been a good year for me as well. It's been quite a memorable year for me, thanks to my family and Nicola and Samantha and Adam and my mother, Caroline. But on the 20th of February, was it? Yeah. On the 3rd of March, lockdown files. Boris Johnson may have misled Parliament over Partygate scandal of breaching COVID-19 rules. Get rid of all of them, I say. What do you think, Adam? Remember that on the 3rd of March?
What?
When Boris Johnson was... Anyway. On the 3rd of March, Gary Glitter is recalled back to prison after breaching his licence conditions. And as far as we know, he's back. He's still there. So anyway, this is the bit that we remember. On the 15th of April, Corach Rambler wins the Grand National, and that was the weekend that Nicola and Adam came down to Wales to visit Emma in the village of Markham. And that's when Adam and I went up to the village of Bedwellty to visit my dad's grave, and we saw a horse that was well hung like that, and he took a photograph of it, didn't he? He still got it as well.
I still got the photo.
Don't you dare show it on YouTube.
I'm not going to.
On the 1st of May, Luca Brissell wins the 2023 World Snooker, beating Mark Selby 18 frames to 15. On the 18th of June, Titan, a submersible operated by American Tourism and Expeditions company OceanGate, imploded during an exhibition of view wrecked the Titanic of the North Atlantic Ocean off coast of Newfoundland, Canada. Some of you remember that. But on the 26th of May, Philip Schofield announces his leaving this morning over controversy over a relationship with a young man, with a young lad. And we all know his name, but I can't say that in here just in case I get into trouble. On the 3rd of June, train strikes caused disruption of a 2023 FA Cup final and Beyonce concert. I'm not a big fan of Beyonce, but I've heard of her. Yes, well, it affected me because I had to get a coach rather than a train. I prefer a train to coach because I think coach travel is one hell of a drag because you get this.
You said that.
Yeah, you get traffic jams anyway on the main streets. So, what do you think?
What?
On the 12th of July, Hugh Edwards, television presenter, Welsh presenter, Hugh Edwards is identified by his wife being investigated for paying a 17-year-old for sexually explicit photographs. Disgusting, isn't it? And he hasn't been on television since, as far as I know. What do you think? Remember hearing about that in July this year?
Don't pay attention to the news, do I?
22nd of July, Barbie film took 30 million in the box office openings. What do you think, Adam? Barbie film. Not my kind of film. It's not the sort of film I want to see. It's too pink and too what's called it for me.
Of course you want to see it.
Oh yeah, definitely. On the 26th of July, actor Kevin Spacey is cleared of charges of 9 charges, 7 accounts, and I nearly knocked my glasses off, of sexual assault on men.
So many pedos out there, why?
Well, I don't know how he got away with it, but you never know. On the 10th of August, Wilkinson's went into administration with so many closures of the shops over the UK. So, there we are. And on the 18th of August, Lucy Letby found guilty of murdering 7 babies. What a disgusting woman. On the 20th of August, I had my 54th birthday. I celebrated it here in Dorset. That was a good day, thanks to Nicola and Adam. 54 years old I am. Unbelievable, isn't it?
Nearly dead, you are.
I've got one foot in the grave. I'm a heart attack waiting to happen. So on the 16th of September, Russell Brand, accused of rape. I can't stand him. I don't think he's funny at all. I don't know why people think he is. It's like Ricky Gervais. I can't stand him. He's just an annoying weasel. Whoever goes to see him deserves what they get. So on the 14th of October, Michael Caine, the actor, announces his retirement at 90. It's a coffin dodger. Of his final film this year, which was called The Great Escaper. Adam should be interested because it's about the Second World War. And on the 2nd of November, the Beatles releases their Now and Then, likely to be released their last song. Why do you think the Beatles, Adam?
Never listened to them, do I?
How do you know that then? How do you know of them?
You keep telling me about them, don't you?
Well, they'll have their last song this year. What do you think, my son?
Right.
Right, okay. November, okay. 4th, Secretary Suella Braverman announces her plans to deter homeless and pitch in tents, making them harder to access.
We've had 13 minutes so far.
Tents saving lifestyle choices. Would you believe that, Adam? Suella Braverman saying that being homeless is a lifestyle choice. What planet is she on? I can't see them getting in the next election, don't you? God. So, saying it's a nuisance to see him pitch up in a tent in the street. What's she like? So on the 30th of November, there was a cabinet reshuffle and Suella Braverman was sacked by Rishi Sunak, and I can't see him getting in the next election. There we are. So on the 8th of December, Wham, the pop group Wham, the 80s group Wham, George Michael and Andrew Ridgeley, before your time, was number 1 with Last Christmas I gave you my heart, but the very next day you said he was gay. And Mariah Carey was number 2 with All I Want for Christmas. I can't stand her with that high-pitched, screechy voice she's got. And she ruins every cover version that she's done. That George Michael song, One More Try, you just want to strangle her by the throat, don't you? So on the 30th of December, Mark Drakeford resigns as First Minister for Wales. Doesn't affect me. So that's this year, basically.
Have you done that one?
I think so. Let me see. So, celebrity deaths this year. Joss
This is
Ackland
like a bloody news channel.
died at the age of 95. He was an actor. And you've got Alan Arkin. Some of you might remember he was 89 years old. He was an actor. He starred in a film called Edward Scissorhands. He was in it. And there was Burt Bacharach, Adam said, Dad, who's Burt Bacharach? Well, he was a composer who composed things for the Carpenters and Cliff Richard and all them.
You made me sound like a bloody kid then. Dad, who's birthday?
And there was Harry Belafonte. So obviously, whoever watched the film Beetlejuice will know that song. Day-o,
Juicy Beatles.
day-o, daylight come and I want to go home. And there was a singer called Tony Bennett. He retired when he was 95, but he died in 96. He was a singer. I left my heart in San Francisco. There was the actor Michael Gambon. He was 82. He was in a television series in the 80s called The Singing Detective. There was Len Goodman, who was, I think, best remembered for, who you're laughing at.
Look.
He was 78 years old from Strictly Come Dancing. And there was the lead singer of Shane MacGowan, 65, from the Pogues. Of course, some of you will remember him from that #1 song. What's that song? La la la.
From
la,
the #1
la,
song.
La,
What's that song?
la 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 la.
He's way too
Do
drunk
you
for
know
this.
it, Nicola? Da la 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 la. La 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 la. And there was David McCallum. People of a certain age, especially me, of a certain age, remember him as the man from Uncle. There was the Invisible Man in the 1970s. David McCallum
David Bowie.
was 90, and he was an actor. And there was the Irish singer, controversial singer who tore up that picture of the Pope, Sinead O'Connor. She was 56, she was a singer. And there was the actor Ryan O'Neill, 82, the actor. And there was Matthew Perry from The Friends. Well, no one told me there was gonna be like this. Your life's a joke you broke, your life's knifed your way.
I'm being touched by a drunk man.
There was Lisa Marie Presley, age 54, the singer, Elvis's daughter. And there was Richard Roundtree, who was in that famous film called Shaft. La 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 la, Shaft. There was Jerry Springer, he was presented. He was an awful show, Jerry Springer. And there was Tina Turner, the rock singer, 83 singer. There was Raquel Welch, who was 82. There was Rolf Harris, but we'll see no more about him. There was Tom Wilkinson, who died recently. He was 75. There was the actor Cindy Williams, who was in, she was an actress. She was in Laverne and Shirley. La 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 la. That song in my head. La 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 la.
What are you on about?
There was a 70s series called Laverne and Shirley. La 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 la. Always, always making our dream come true. Some of you will remember that. That was Cindy Williams. She was 75. She died in January. There was Burt Young, 83. He's been in a number of films, but he was mainly known for playing Polly in the Rocky films. And there was Richard Franklin, who played Captain Yates in Doctor Who. But he was also in Emmerdale and a number of other things. Now, obviously, I kept a diary this year. Some of you will know.
Oh, he tells me off for looking at it and then he's going to share it to everyone on YouTube.
But here we go. I'm only going to share a certain thing if I can open it. I kept a diary. It's good. It's useful to keep a diary because it's memories. There's a song by Simon and Garfunkel called, I can't remember the name of the song, but there she was. La, 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 I haven't picked photograph. Preserve your memories. That's all that's left of you. And that is true. So I advise you to keep a diary and let your family know of that once existed. So YouTube, January the 1st, 2023, New Year's Day, a fine day. We all went to pool for the bathtub race and vintage
It's all gonna be
cars
the
on the
same,
pool quay. We spoke to Hayley, who works at Tesco, from the Dolphin Centre with her boyfriend dressed as a dinosaur. Mum phone at 5 p.m. She's been busy. Let's have a look. Sunday bank holiday. Let's have a look. Adam's birthday. Let me see.
You should know when it is.
Adam's birthday. He's 19. Mum phoned to wish him a happy birthday. Nicola, home from work, 10:30. She prepared a nice birthday tea for him. We had a laptop. He had a laptop from Emma. Mum phoned again. Another Malcolm Robinson. Malcolm Robinson phoned her about Gladstone Villa. And Nicola and Adam had a laugh watching Burn Manning. It's been a good day. Okay, I'm not going to read everything, but let me see if I can film. Yeah, this is on YouTube. The Grand National on Saturday the 15th of April. A warm sunny day. Nicola, Adam and I had a taxi to the Whiling House, New Tredegar, looked around the museum. I interviewed the artist Maria Davidson. Artist spoke to Val in the village. Bargoed market at a regular monthly market. Felt good. Memorable day we had at McDonald's. Delivered a coach. Yes, at Corach Rambler wins the Grand National. Okay, this is a good one. This is also on YouTube.
Everything's on YouTube.
The 32nd anniversary of Dad's death. Adam and I took a walk from Markham to Bergwelty to Dad's grave. My back ached. I felt emotional and this brought on my anxiety. Adam placed a flag on his grave. Nice gesture. We had a good laugh after seeing a horse with a large penis. Mum phoned at 5 p.m. She doesn't owe all the money for electric. She won £8 in bingo. This is my 2023 diary. I'm not going to go into all. I'm not going to bore you all with all of that. But that's basically my year. But I advise you keep a diary. This is my 2023 diary, and some of you will know that I got a 2024 diary, and that is true because Adam took a photo of that horse's penis.
Do you want me to find it?
He was well hung. Anyway, so thank you so much for watching me. The whole year. Next year is going to be different. There's not going to be so many videos, but not to bore you. I wish you all a very happy new year, and my sincere special wishes for my son to you. I love my boy. He's
gay.
my boy. God bless you all.